Hello, everybody. Here's the deal with your writing your conclusion for your identity essay. Last week we covered what to do with the intro, and I made my intro from this essay example that we looked at. The video for this is on Google Classroom, but we looked at this off Google Classroom and we talked about our identity. And pretty much what I instructed you guys to do was to take my intro and apply it to your essay. And let's take a look at one right here. I got really sarcastic in my essays, so mine are kind of silly, but check it out. I said, I know I'm weird. Let's face it, though, every person's weird in their own right. We all have character traits that make us unique in all sorts of ways. These traits help compose our identity. Now, that being said, that's what Mr. Bean showed me on his essay example, okay? So, oops, that's what I got going on right here, okay? Now, what I did was I swapped out his supporting details for my supporting details. Excuse me, I'm hiccuping and burping and coughing all at the same time. It's annoying. So you can see right here, my three supporting details for riding four-wheelers, being a little brother, and being a gangster rapper are all factors that make up my identity. Now, I don't ride four-wheelers. I'm not a little brother. And actually, I am a little brother. I take that back. But I'm not a gangster rapper. So I was just having fun with that. My other example, and you can really see I was being kind of silly with this, right here was being a spokesperson for Coca-Cola products, being a professional dragon slayer, and knowing how to whip and how to nay-nay are all factors that make up my identity. So this part right here, the intro stays the same, okay? Now, I'm just going to make sure my supporting details are different. So today, let's talk about your conclusion. Let's slide down here and take a look at the conclusion. Now remember, the intro and the conclusion look the same. They taste the same. They're just a little bit different, okay? So what I did is I went back to Mr. Bean's essay that he shared with us. Where's my mouse? There it is. Come on, mousey. There we go. I went back to my intro that we looked at as a class, and I reread it, and it says, you may think I'm strange, but we're all a little strange in some way or another. That's what makes us all of us individuals and gives us unique identities. Okay? That is very similar to what I wrote in the intro. Remember, your intro, your conclusion are going to look the same, taste the same, just be a little bit different. Okay? So what I did, in this essay example, Mr. Bean talks about being a dad, his passion for his profession, and his hobbies. And he even wrote, being a dad, my passion for my profession, my hobbies are just some traits that create my own personal identity, okay? I'm pretty much the Christmas gift that I'm giving you guys, just like you stole my intro, you're going to steal my conclusion. And you're going to steal my thesis, and then with your supporting details, you'll just put your supporting details in there, okay? So let me show you what that looks like in my example. I say, you may think I'm strange, but we're all a little strange in some way or another. That's what makes us all of us individuals, and gives us unique identities. There's my thesis. And then right here, where's my mouse? There we go. Being a spokesperson for Coca-Cola products, being a professional dragon slayer, and knowing how to whip and how to nay-nay are all factors that make up my identity, okay? So all I did was take Mr. Bean's thesis statement, they restated his conclusion, and then I put my supporting details in there, okay? I want y'all to do the same. That's what I instructed all the kids in class to do. Take my conclusion and revamp it for you. Let me show you another example of this. Okay, this is my other essay that I have. And then this one, yeah. Slide down here. I said, you may think I'm strange. We're all a little strange in some way or another. That's what makes all of us individuals and gives us unique identities. Riding four-wheelers, being a little brother, and being a gangster rapper are just some traits that create my own personal identity. That's the same thing that Mr. Bean showed us in his example. I just reworked it to make it fit mine, okay? So when you do this, guys, keep in mind that this document is posted to Google Classroom, and you should have been watching the videos all along on this stuff, so it should be easy. Steal that conclusion right there, revamp it, make it work for you, okay? That's all I want you to do on the conclusion, okay? We did that today in class, and be sure. So that way, in theory, I'm going to knock on wood, because somebody's going to be a little weird. You all should have the same looking thing when it comes to the intro, and your conclusion should look the same too. So really, the only things that'll be different from person to person is your supporting details, okay? And you can tell I did all sorts of crazy stuff. I put my life changed in 1777 when I became a gangster rapper. Not really, but like I said, I was answering the question why, and there are other videos on that on Google Classroom with how to do that. But hopefully, this answers your question of what to do about the conclusion. Okay, if you have a question, as always, send me an email, or you can tweet me, or you can put a little message, like write a message on a sheet of paper and put in a bottle and throw that bottle out to the ocean, and maybe one day I'll find it. Probably not, but it's worth a shot. It's worth a shot. As always, holler at me if you have questions, and I will speak at you later. Catch you on the flippity floppity.